Good evening, guys. I wanted to share a couple verses with you this evening from Ephesians chapter 5. Paul is writing to the church there in Ephesus, and he says in verse 15, "Look carefully then how you walk, not as unwise, but as wise, making the best use of the time, because the days are evil. Therefore do not be foolish, but understand what the will of the Lord is." What a timely couple of verses those are, aren't they? How many times have you heard someone say, or maybe you even said yourself, if I only had more time, or if I only had more time to read the Bible. I don't really have enough time to spend in the Word like I should. I don't really have time to pray like I should. I don't really have time for daily devotions. And the reality is now, a lot of us have plenty of time, don't we? We've already burned through everything that's any good on Disney Plus. We've been through Netflix. We've been through Amazon Prime. We've already dug out the old VCR from the garage and rewatched Red Dawn and Ghost or 16 Candles or whatever it is. And all of a sudden we're bored and we don't have anything to do. Yet so many of us haven't even cracked open the Bible yet. We still haven't ratcheted up our time with the Lord yet. Some of us we have a stack of books, and I want to read this Tozer book, and I want to read this book, and we're sitting around twiddling our thumbs, doing nothing, and not really doing anything for the kingdom. And I think it really boils down to priorities. I think that we can always make time for what's really important to us. Even before all this, you can find 15 minutes in the day to spend time with the Lord, right? There's always a way to make time if you really want to. There's so many ways that we can be creative nowadays. We have the audio Bible. We have so many teaching podcasts, and so many of us commute so far in our cars or work out, and we can be consuming the things of God, or we can not. We can be taking in the things of the world. But there are so many resources available to us right now. And the issue is, I think we don't really desire the Lord as much as we think we do. I don't think that we really care about the things of God that much, or we would make time for them. If we really value the things of God and time with God more than anything else, I think it would be reflected in our priorities, in our to-do lists, in our bank statements, right? And everything that we are. And I'm not trying to say this in a condemning way. I'm not trying to say, look, you don't even care about God. You're probably going to hell. I don't even know if you're saved. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I am saying is that during this time, when so many of us have so much downtime, what have you been doing with that time? I hope that this is a time that a lot of us can reset and reassess and reevaluate our lives, kind of taking an inventory of our priorities. And I hope that some of us will really take a look at how we're spending our time and how we're using our resources. I hope that each one of us can do a little introspection and really make sure that we're redeeming the time, that we're making the best use of the time that the Lord has given us right now. Because this is a time that you're probably never going to have a time like this again. How many times have you thought, man, if I only had a month off that I didn't have to do anything? If I only had 2 months off or 3 months off that I could just go on sabbatical, and just reflect and catch up on all the reading and spend time. Well, here it is. What are you doing with it? Are you redeeming the time? Paul says, look, don't be unwise, but be wise. Don't be foolish, but take time and understand what the will of the Lord is. So that's what I had to share tonight. I hope you're blessed this week, and I hope you join us this Sunday on our Facebook watch party as we finish up the Gospel of John.